You saw Parashan make that play out there. What's a play like that show about his athleticism overall?
Well, it shows that he's focused on his keys. Quarterback's throwing the ball. We want him to try to match the hands, have a feel for it. Because you know that the ball is going to be coming out in under 3 seconds. So as you're getting your push and you're trying to get yourself in line where you can get your hands up and match his hands. He's just like we drill it, it worked out in the game.
He had an interesting athletic profile coming in here, basketball background, maybe a little bit longer than some of the other guys you have. What is his upside if he's able to put it all together?
Well, those things, help his production because he's got long arms. He can run, he can stride out, he can get up and down the field. The biggest thing is, the physicality part of the game and tearing and shedding off blocks and just getting used to the double teams, because he's going to get a lot of pounding on his body and being able to come out of it and then run, and rest later. Don't worry about what's happening to you right now.
Were you also a basketball player? Were you also?
I was on the basketball team, but I wasn't very good. I was sent in when we needed a foul. No blood, no foul.
How does basketball, skills or just that style of athleticism help for football, if it does at all?
Well, everything helps me. I mean, you want to recruit guys that are gym rats. They're always active. They're doing something. They're training different muscles, whether it's football, basketball, soccer, change of direction, and speed is a key to having a successful defense.
Harris, I think, said he was a soccer goalie, too. Did you know that? And how might playing like that position?
Well, he plays in the box. He plays in the box goalie. He plays in the box, interior 7. So those things correlate. But all of it, it's not worth anything if you can't keep your pads down and you can't be explosive on your movements.
How do you think he's done in terms of moving around the defensive line? Because you guys have had him inside, a little bit of outside. Has him to do a lot on that.
He's a versatile kid because he's very smart. He takes great notes. He's always prepared. And he's flexible because we can move him to different spots. Someone goes down, Paris can be the next guy up.
What does that do for depth on line in terms of having a player that can do that?
Well, it helps because he can play behind the nose, he can play behind the tackle, he can play behind the end. We can move him any of those spots because when you talk about whether you're a shade 3 or a shade nose, it's the same technique, but one's over the center and one's over the guard. Shade 5, one's over the tackle and one's over the guard. It's about the same.
How has Tank Wilson looked so far?
Tank's been doing great. He's still got to continue to work on his flexibility, because when he's flexible, he's more explosive. When he's coming out of his stance and getting his hands in extension, he's done a great job in the offseason of taking good care of his body and getting his body fat down. He's got tremendous upside.
We saw him kind of firing up the troops, like right before you guys did the warm-ups there. Would you like to see that as a coach?
We love to see it all the time, because football's hard enough as it is. Celebrate every chance you get, whether it's a tip ball, an interception, a knock 'em back, and Tank's he was in a fraternity and he does his fraternity dance, and he did a little thing with his high school team, and somebody light me up, and boom, and everybody responds. They love it. So whatever it takes to get guys energized to practice hard.
And he's a part of a very popular fraternity.
Omega Psi Phi.
Okay, what's your perspective of that fraternity?
Oh, I had a lot of good friends that were Omegas. Randy Robinson, Omega. Julius Holt was an Omega. These were guys that were friends of mine for life. So, you have to go through, the tradition of what it takes to be a part of that group. And it's the same thing in football. And so that type of stuff helps to build camaraderie amongst the group, and we like it.
You were part of an era that kind of helped turn around Arizona football, leaning into Larry Smith and all that. What does it take to do that in terms of changing the culture of a program?
I think number one is trust and confidence in each other. Taking pride in what you do, whether it's practice, whether it's game reps, whatever drill it is, take pride in doing it right, and being poised. When someone's going to take a sucker punch at you, and you got to not respond and get a penalty and hurt the team, and put the team first. It's all about the team, and guys they're learning to be team players, and that's the key, to be a good team player.
And what's been the biggest difference from year 1 of training camp in terms of working with guys to year 2? What have you seen growth-wise out of them?
I think that this team is bigger. This team is faster. I think this team is stronger. I think these guys take more pride in knowing what to do and learning what to do and trying to do everything they can to be a pro. Everything that we preach, they've embraced it. From taking care of your body, whether it's getting in the cold tubs, whether it's getting cryotherapy, massage therapy, they'll get out here, they'll get in the ice tub, they'll go inside, they'll get treatment. They go and get off their feet, they'll rest at night, they'll come here fresh, ready to go. And they're beginning to realize that, if you don't take care of your body, who's going to do it? And that's going to give us the best chance to win when everybody buys in.
I know he's not an inside guy, he's working at one of the end spots, but Russell Davis seems like he flashes in almost every single practice. What have you seen out of him so far?
I've seen what you saw. He flashes. He's an explosive player, and he can really run, but he's strong for a guy who's under 210. He is strong at the point of attack, and that's the key. It's like he pops like a whip, but then he's got to be able to get away from bodies that can hold and grab him. He has really been a pleasant surprise here during camp.